Okay, how do we start this? I'm Kyle Eilerman, as some of you know, many of you don't. I am struggling with everything. I keep adding more and more and more stuff, and it doesn't serve me or anyone else. We have a constant thing of how can we outdo other channels, and how can we put out more variety, and how can we overexert ourselves to the nth degree and flood people with content, thinking that somehow people will care and they'll tune in, and that the algorithm will cater to us. That's not the case. And that hasn't been the case for a long time. I have been going through a roller coaster of emotions, but the main emotion that I have felt in the last couple of years has been depression. I literally don't find joy in anything. Not food, not fun, not anything. Every single day is fully focused on giving to others. I'm at a point where I don't know what's next, and I don't know what to do. I keep adding more and more content, more different types of shows, covering more fandoms, trying to show that I care. And the algorithm, many of you, unfortunately, and the algorithm, and just the general world that is YouTube, doesn't care. Every single day, I'm focused on giving more content, and somehow the hate increases, yet the viewer count and the subs do not. Even though every single season, fall, spring, and so on, we double our content. Yet our numbers do not increase very much, and our Patreon has yet to pay me personally a cent. A lot of that money goes into expenses, thinking that if we added a merch store that people would buy anything, which they haven't. I am doing this channel, and I started doing this channel because I wanted to reach out to those kids in real life, and I mean inner children, who are struggling, who are suffering, who are lonely, like me, and just need someone in some form to show that they care, and that they also have an appreciation for things that are geeky. Those are the people that I care about. Those are the people that I started this channel for. And those are the people that kept me going after 4.5 years, despite everything working against me. We've come to an impasse here. I wish we hadn't. We just can't. We can't keep doing it like this. We can't keep doubling our content. We can't keep struggling but still working our butts off to try to cater to everyone's whim. And I know that many of you feel like we haven't. Believe it or not, we have. Maybe we haven't touched the show that you've requested for years on end, and maybe we haven't done this. We are stretched so thin. We are literally donating everything to the viewers at this point. And it's not like I'm not used to internet hate, but it is amplified to the nth degree in the last few months. It's weird. I have huge friends in the YouTube community. And by huge friends, I mean they're big YouTubers. Huge. I will never be them. I have officially accepted that I will never be those people. Because while they continue to get more and more famous and they continue to keep growing, I'm this little channel who works its ass off, who thought it could. Everything you see on our channel makes us look like we're a success. And I guess depending on your standards of success, you could look at it like we are. But in the grand scheme of YouTube, we're not. As far as the algorithm goes, we practically don't exist. Over the course of 2020 and 2021, we have gained microscopic levels of subscribers. The algorithm caters to other reactors, and those other reactors, many of which are talented, most of which aren't, have horrible audio, horrible video, no personality, are disingenuous, and have the worst thumbnails I've ever seen. I'm not saying that everything we put out is necessarily flawless, but most of what we do is genuine, it's heartfelt, we work really hard on it, and we deliver it in a massive bulk that never seems to be appreciated. We also deliver more variety than any other YouTube channel that I'm aware of out there. Things are going through a huge change right now, and I don't even know what that means for the channel or me. I just know that I have committed myself solidly for 4.5 years to barely go outside, to barely see the sun, to barely exercise, to barely play. And I don't even have time rarely to eat, cook, or just spend time with people. When you're not seeing me on camera, I'm staring at a computer screen, working on this channel. I never leave my house, and my poor puppies, I barely get to hold them or walk them. They're always down by my feet, and that's no way to live. And I can't do that to them anymore. There are far too many people who are self-serving, who have screwed me over, who have been flaky, or who have turned my audience against me. And I'm sure you guys have met some of them. When I started this only 4 years ago, I felt like I looked younger than I do. And I know I don't look old, but I feel old. Within basically 5 years, I haven't actually made a penny because of expenses, because of doubling my content, because of a lot of reasons. Whether they are subscriptions to software or services or storage or equipment or editor costs. We can't seem to get past a certain point. And those who tend to do well are sincerely looking out for themselves. And I think that's part of our issue, is we're looking out for the fans, and we always have. And we never look out for ourselves. And that can't be sustainable forever. And it sucks because we've tried everything. I mean, no one has even purchased a single item in our merch store. How's that? Not a single person has purchased anything from our merch store. And it's been out for a year. We get treated like we're a big network by the viewers because we are constantly bombarded with hatred, treating us like we're making big money. We're not. We're the little guy. We've been the little guy this whole time, even when little guys surpass us again and again and again. We are not a huge success. I wish we were, but we're not. You all should know that all of the editing on this channel is done by 2 people. 2. That's it. 2. And all of the channel management and the promotions and the scheduling is also done basically by 2 people, primarily 1 person. All artwork is done by basically 2 people, primarily 1 person. All animation, you're looking at it. I do all of it. All the music, you're looking at it. That being said, thank you, Peter Litvin. He's a composer friend of mine. He has helped from time to time. And several of these jobs are overlapping, meaning that it's not this abundant supply of people that you think it is. It's actually like less than a handful of people, for real. As far as the future of projects, I don't know. We are going to take time and effort to produce better quality content, at least starting in 2022. We are going to put higher production value into this content, and it may become less frequent, as in bulk, like it has been. I have to work on myself. I've gained weight. I can't seem to keep it off. I've had health issues, and I mean horrible health issues. I can barely eat most food anymore because of this, because of me trying. I don't pay for this channel. How's that? The only reason why I can keep going is because I'm with someone who pays for it. I feel like a failure. I have constant panic attacks. I have migraines on a regular. I am now having tunnel vision every other week almost. I barely sleep. And all I focus on is how I can work more and never take a break. Now here's the realness, and here's part of what has inspired me to get to this point. I'm gay. Yeah. And I've been ashamed of it, and I have hidden it, even though many of you have already figured it out. Yes, I'm gay. And it's such a stupid thing that I have to hide it. It's become so accepted so widely by most of the world, and yet I am too ashamed to admit to it. I've always been afraid that if I would admit something so trivial at this point, that you would have another reason to not accept me. It's why I did this channel in the first place. For people who aren't necessarily gay, but for people who are struggling, who feel alone, who feel that no one cares, who feel like they just want someone to hang out with. And I'm also afraid that I'll never become an actor because I don't want anything getting in the way of jeopardizing that. But at the same time, I'm now jeopardizing my chances at ever being an actor because I'm spending so much of my time, all of my time, and then some, working on this channel. And I thought I could juggle both, but I can't. I can't. This is more than a full-time job, and it doesn't pay me. And I've done it for nearly half a decade. I am on a daily basis filled with self-hatred. And I'm never fully myself, but at this point, I'm not even sure who that is. I have become basically a machine that caters to people's wills. I'm a slave to it, and I have a hard time relying on anyone. I am putting this video out not just to tell you I'm gay or to tell you that I'm struggling. There is some good news, and it's pretty hard to believe. In fact, it's kind of something I've been struggling with because I don't believe it, and it's real, which is great, but also terrible. I'm gonna be a dad. For real. Biologically, my child. I'm gonna be a dad. In January, I will have a son that will be born into this world, and I can't be doing what I'm doing with a newborn. I can't. I can't. I can't. I am working on a movie also that I intend to star in. Not as the starring lead, but I'll be in it. My friend Stefan and I have been working on it for over a year now, and we're really excited about it. But we're still in pre-production, which doesn't really say much. But just know it's really good. And I hope those of you who support me genuinely will support it, will help us kickstart it, crowdfund it. And we'll go see it and tell your friends about it. And I'll, put out a video talking about that later on. As far as the future goes, I want us to put out higher quality content and not bulk content. So you are going to be getting more of that from us and less frequent, because I'd rather work on something worthwhile than look at years and years worth of YouTubing to feel like a complete and total failure. And I know that's not ideal, and I know that this is probably going to upset a lot of people. It's the nature of the beast. We're not a huge corporation. We're not a huge studio. We're a handful of people at best. At best. I don't know what's going to happen in January. I do know that in the fall, we are putting out more episodes of the content we currently have. Possibly a new show, at most. But at some point soon, Fan Theory Network will be under new management. Because I can't. I can't to this level. I have been smeared across the pavement, metaphorically, so many times. I can't do that with a child in this world. I'd rather be a good dad and find another way to take care of that child. I can't even be here for my dogs. How can I be here for a child when I'm this busy? All of that negativity aside, I do want to say that I have enjoyed aspects of doing this channel. Many of you who've reached out to me personally and who have said such kind words to me privately over Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, thank you. I'm not retiring from the channel. You'll still see me. The channel will still keep going, but things might be changing. And I don't even know what that means, and I couldn't even begin what to tell you where we're going. All I can say is I will give you this promise. For those of you who we care about, for those of you who share in our love of fandoms, we are going to keep working for you. But we can't promise a constant content. We just can't. Not anymore. I can't double my content again. We're already at like 17 shows across 2 networks and Patreon and our merch store. And I hope this is all well received. Finally, I just want to say I would love to hear your suggestions on the future of our channel and what you want. I don't know if I can deliver on everything, but I would love to hear your feedback. I wish I could say what an exciting video for me to announce all the stuff that I have, but it's been hard. It's been very hard. All right, take care, guys.